You want to get into the UFC 263?
Oh my God, yeah. Why did I not think about that? We paid big money for that fight. That was good stuff,
Yep.
man. Wasn't as
Not,
good as the last
yeah,
one we bought, which
yeah.
was
The Masvidal Usman.
Masvidal, Usman, uh, Rose,
Yep.
and
There
Nunez, I
was
think.
there was another title fight in there.
Yeah, it was Nunez and somebody, and the Rose and somebody. It
Oh,
was two women
Nunez.
title.
Yeah, yeah.
It was two
Nunez
women
and
title fights.
mhm.
The main one. Then you had Chris Weidman blow out his fucking leg. He's totally training again, which is bizarre, but
I mean, just the fact that
uh,
he's out of the hospital and walking is insane. But
yeah,
he's
no, but
actually
he's
in the
actually
gym
sparring.
sparring. That's
That's
ridiculous.
stupid.
I mean, just think about how far this has fucking come. Okay, because all these guys have had a very similar type of injury, but we started with Joe Theismann back in the day, who damn near fucking died on the field.
Yep.
Never played another, game again.
No.
And then I believe the next one probably would have been Silva in the octagon. Took him what, 2 years to get back into the octagon?
At least two.
At least 2 years. And
I
then
don't know how long it
Alex,
took him to start training again.
yeah,
You would think probably a year and a half at least.
at least. And then Alex Smith, um,
3 years
another similar
of
injury. I think
surgeries.
he was off the field for 2 years, but he was
Okay.
dressed and ready to play for all of last season. They just didn't
Didn't
put
he
him
have
in
like
until they had
23
to.
surgeries or some shit?
It was a ridiculous amount, yeah.
Yeah.
But then the next one was Dak Prescott, who will be ready to play this upcoming season, week one.
Yeah.
And now Chris Weidman, who is training, sparring in the gyms just 7 weeks later.
How fast medical technologies have
Yes,
advanced.
it's absolutely insane.
It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. What else happened? Well, we had Brandon Moreno, first Mexican born
Mm-hmm.
UFC fighter to take home gold. That was pretty awesome.
And
Just
you
the
know what?
emotion. That was amazing.
When Figueiredo won this title, I thought we were going to see, one of those big time reigns. And now
Did you really?
Moreno
I did
comes
not
in.
think that. I don't know
That's what I
why.
thought, yeah. But now Moreno comes in on just his third title defense and takes it from him.
Now, I
And
did not think Figueredo was really that special.
I thought he was great. Is the power he had at that weight class is
The power
ridiculous.
is nuts. I will give him that. It is crazy. The only problem is he headhunts the whole time.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, but man,
Now Marino just came in and destroyed him and got the submission, and it was fantastic.
it was fantastic. The Diaz Edwards fight, I mean, it's really kind of one sided to the last minute, probably.
Yeah, it was a pretty boring fight until the
It was
last
pretty
60
boring, and it was,
seconds.
we were both like on the edge of our seats yelling
Yep.
for fucking Diaz to finish him. He just wouldn't do it. I don't know what. Oh my god, it was so close.
All he had to
But
do was go after him, but I don't
uh,
understand it.
I don't know if he just didn't have it at that point or what. But uh,
Edwards is saying that he's the one that deserves the next title fight now. And it's hard to argue with him
yeah,
because
no,
he's on this
I think
crazy
he's
win
right.
streak.
I
Yeah.
think he's right. If you go in, you fight Diaz, and you go 5 rounds with somebody that's throwing blows like he does, you're ready.
Yep.
And you come out the winner, you're ready.
Yeah, hasn't
That's
lost since
tough.
the last time he fought Usman. So,
That was years ago, right?
yep, that was years ago. So,
I like that idea. We had Bilal Muhammad, kind of a lame fight over Damian
yeah,
Maya.
not a great fight, but that's what you're going to get when you go in the ring with Maya. So, he did what he had to do to win, and a
Yeah.
convincing win at that. So, oh, and we had Jamal Hill blow out his elbow. That was pretty
Is
crazy.
he the one that blew out the elbow?
Yeah.
And then they said it was just dislocated, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
I
wild.
mean, there's probably, some ligament damage and, other shit in there. I watched a video, one of that Brian Sutter guy, the doctor who breaks down these
yeah.
sports injuries. He said that he probably damaged the ligament in there that pitchers do when they get Tommy John surgery,
Okay.
So he's probably going to have Tommy John surgery, but as an MMA fighter, that's not really a huge deal.
Gotcha.
And as of
Not
right
as
now,
big a deal in the baseball anymore. So
yeah, it's becoming, but that medical technology that we were just
I
raving
know
about.
that used to be the end of a career. Now it's like it's a setback, but
yeah,
for a
8
baseball player,
months.
for a fighter, I don't even think it matters.
Yeah, no.
But
Obviously, we don't
pitcher,
know any other extent to that, but I mean, that was
nasty.
almost as bad as the Weidman and Silva breaking their legs.
Yeah.
But
The ref, like you said, the ref should have been fired for the
immediately
blatant fucking disregard for human life.
Yep.
I
Immediately
mean, you
fired.
literally saw the arm pop. I mean, like, gross, but crazy at the same time.
Yep.
As soon as you saw it pop, I mean, typically they stop it before that happens. Someone taps before the arm just fucking pops out.
And Hill was trying to tap. He was just in an awkward position.
His brain was just fucking not. His arm was shaking like he wanted to tap.
Yeah.
Like he was trying. I don't think his brain was working right. You know what I mean? Like it was in so much pain that.
Yep.
I think that was really the problem.
It's very possible.
Because I think he could have tapped.
Situation.
Yeah, I think he could have tapped. Because I mean, you could really tap on anything, the mat, whatever. But
yeah,
he had a way to tap on him. I think he was.
Or hell, even
so
just fucking
pain.
yell, stop or tap.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Something.
I've seen that happen before, where they've yelled, tap, 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 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen that happen before, where they called a fight because of that. Rogan had to explain. I think he yelled tap.
Yep.
Then the other fight that I thought, there was two other ones that I liked, or I thought were interesting. And that was the Terrence McKinney knockout in 7 seconds, and then immediate blowout of the knee. Poor guy.
He was saying after the fight he feels like it just needs stretched out, but I haven't heard anything on him.
Or not, but
I haven't heard anything on him yet.
He probably just doesn't want to be embarrassed in front of everybody, but
we've seen it happen before.
That's a hell of a way. Oh yeah, AP did it in college, right? In the flip.
Did he?
Yeah, isn't that how he tore his MCL or something? It was a touchdown flip.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I remember seeing in baseball there was an Angels player. This was fucking years ago, but there was an Angels player that hit a walk-off home run, and they gathered with him at the plate when he came in, and he jumped and he landed on somebody else's foot and broke his ankle.
Oh no!
That would fucking suck, man.
Yeah. So we got Terrence McKinney 7-second knockout. That was awesome. That was his UFC debut.
UFC
and that's a hell of a way to start. And then the other one that we both thought was kind of, I don't know if you call it interesting or just a strange fight in general, was the Chase Hooper and Steven Peterson fight. The what do you call him? Jiu-Jitsu kid.
Yeah. Yep. The kid coming in as a heavy favorite and just got dominated. Really.
And I mean, he's just really bad at almost every aspect of mixed martial arts, other than grappling and ground.
And he really wasn't even that impressive there, I didn't think.
No, well, I think he'd already gotten his ass beat too much to really.
Okay.
but he is just bad on his feet. Bad.
Yeah.
One of the worst I've ever seen.
Did not look good, that's for sure.
No, he should not have been in there. Like we talked about, he needs to take some time off, work on his game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I think brings his overall record to like 10-2 now, but
yeah.
I mean, so he's got skills, but he was just out of his element in that fight and overpowered, overmatched. Not ready.
Yeah, not ready. But he was going up against a veteran of the octagon. Not that he was a good one, but he's someone that's experienced.
Well, let's we haven't even touched on the Vettori Adesanya fight yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that fight. I mean, it was kind of as I expected, I guess.
Yeah, and the more I look back on it, the more you were exactly right coming into this fight, that Vettori just didn't have anything for him really.
I mean, as soon as you saw the reach advantage, you were like, "Whoa,
that's huge."
He's way taller, But if he could have played the Jan Blachowicz card and just been the bigger fighter,
yep.
Like you could tell that he was physically more stronger, physically stronger than Adesanya, but he just didn't have the skill level to
looks
really
like he
use it.
Looked like he absolutely refused to let his hands go. He'd get Adesanya up against the fence and just not do anything with it. I think
it was just, to me, I mean, at certain points of that fight, you're like, all right, you're getting your butt kicked. But according to Adesanya and him, he thinks he was winning. So maybe that's why it all went down the way it did. Because to me, Adesanya is not really a big risk to knock you out. And I just feel like he should have, when he was in those pockets, let it rip, like you said.
Yeah.
And you might get one to the face, but would you trade? So as if I'm Marvin Vettori, I would trade one to my face if I could get one to his face.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yep.
So that's what I was thinking. But if his corner, which not what we heard, but what it kind of sounded like at the end, if his corner was telling him, "Oh, you're up," and then he was
just not true at all.
No, it was not true at all. It wasn't even close. I mean,
Adesanya won, or at least as far as the judges were concerned, Adesanya won all 5 rounds. So
yeah, I mean, we had a couple rounds that me and you.
If it wasn't for the belt, I could see the judges giving 2 rounds to Vettori, but that's still not enough to win the fight.
That's not enough to win the fight.
So,
not to mention the last 2, which I consider the championship rounds to be even of more importance, and I know that they don't care about that.
Yeah.
But if someone wins the first 3 rounds and it's not super decisive, and then the next person wins the last 2, I almost feel inclined to give it to the person that won the last 2.
Okay, well, one of the rounds that I was saying to give to Vettori was the 5th round. The third and the 5th were the ones I was thinking.
Okay.
Were you thinking the 2nd and 3rd?
I was thinking 2nd and 3rd, or 2nd. Yeah, I think I was thinking 2nd and 3rd.
Okay.
I thought that was what we were talking about. Maybe it was a 2nd and 5th. Maybe it was. I'm not sure, but I know there were a couple rounds that were relatively up for debate if there was no gold involved.
But
no belt involved.
We've seen that the judges like to side with the champion in close calls like that, and
which I think we both think deservingly so.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, but I don't know. One of the announcers, who was on the announcers? Joe Rogan, Paul Felder, and the
Felder
other guy. Yeah, Felder was there. And the other guy, I don't know his name. Do you know it?
Chael Sonnen was there, but he was pregame. So I don't know who was in
wasn't there on the table. It was the other guy, one of the guys that's always kind of there. But
bald guy, not Helwani. Not Ariel Helwani. What the hell's his name? I can't think of his name, but I know
you know what I'm talking about. At some point in the night, I guess he's suggested this before, but he thinks that open scoring would be a good idea. So, at the end of each round, where you stand. And I think that's fucking fantastic. That would take away all the guesswork.
I think he thought that. And then they were also talking about, I heard him talking about, Rogan was talking about how we need a different point system than boxing.
Yeah. Developing your own MMA point scoring system, which I think is fantastic.
But I don't think that's athletic commission, not UFC.
Okay.
So the people that score it aren't the UFC.
Yeah, no.
They're people. It's the same people that score boxing events.
Yeah.
Which is kind of shitty, but
yeah.
The Nevada Athletic, or whoever, it would be Arizona Athletic Commission, has their own scores.
Yeah. So I guess the UFC couldn't do anything about that there, but
they could lobby for it.
Yeah, they could definitely lobby for it, and even develop the point system. You just have to get every state to accept it at that point.
Or tell them, if you're not going to accept it, we're not going to hold our events.
There you go.
Especially if you get Nevada on board.
Yep.
Then you could say, hey, Texas or Arizona, like if you don't want, or if you're not going to adapt to our system, then we're going to take our fight back to Vegas.
They probably shouldn't go back to Arizona anyway, man. Those fans were terrible.
Fans were awful. Oh my god!
If you were somehow listening to our show today and you were at that event, just go do some homework, man. You need to take a long look in the mirror and figure out what you're doing. Figure out what you're doing, because that was
get awful. Your life together, man. Good God. Jesus.
You probably, like us, watched the last event, Usman Masvidal.
They're not all that good.
They're not all that good, man. You should know that.
They all cost the same, but they're not all that good.
That was not a bad card by any means, but
plus,
the fans acted like it was the worst thing in the universe.
Not to mention, when they go out of state, out of Vegas and stuff, like to other states, like when they came to Chicago with John Jones' fight many years ago, those tickets weren't even as expensive as they normally are in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Is it because the venues are bigger?
Probably, because it was at the United Center.
Yeah, that's the first
thing.
And
that's a fucking monstrous venue compared to like MGM or something. But
yeah.
Also, like the stars aren't there. You know what I mean? Like the stars don't come out as big of.
There were quite a few stars there in Arizona last night, though. Or the other
there
night.
were, but Arizona's close to Vegas and LA and stuff. So
even the Beebs showed up. So
I know it
doesn't get a whole lot bigger than that.
I know it.